Before the stadium lights, before the trophies, before the millions chanting his name, there was a boy on a tiny Portuguese island, a skinny kid playing football with torn shoes, running faster than everyone, dreaming bigger than everyone. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, a child who faced poverty, bullying, and a heart condition that could have ended everything before it even began. Doctors said he needed surgery. Some said he wouldn't play again. But the boy who cried in the academy dorms every night, the boy who missed his home, the boy who'd run up hills with weights on his legs, he refused to give up. Because greatness doesn't arrive fully formed, greatness is built. And Cristiano built himself every single day. Today, we relive the matches that shaped his legend, matches where he didn't survive pressure, he devoured it. The world didn't expect much from Portugal. Their team was unstable, their form inconsistent, and qualification for the World Cup hung by a thread. But Ronaldo, he had fire in his veins. The build-up, a nation on his shoulders. In the days leading up to the game, every newspaper, every studio, every critic had the same question. Can Ronaldo save Portugal alone? And the answer came in cold Swedish night air. First half, silence before the storm. Portugal attack, Ronaldo runs, Ronaldo shoots, Ronaldo scores. But Sweden refuses to die. Zlatan Ibrahimovic begins his own war. He scores once, then twice. Suddenly, Portugal are on the edge of the cliff. But this is where Cristiano is most dangerous. Not when he's comfortable, but when everything is falling apart. The Ronaldo show. Minute 76, a through ball. Ronaldo burns past defenders and scores. Minute 79, a counterattack so fast that the camera can barely keep up. Minute 82, another darting run, another lethal finish. A hat-trick, a qualification, a miracle. Even Swedish fans applauded because they didn't just witness a player, they witnessed a force of nature. This match wasn't football, it was destiny. The first leg humiliation hurt. Wolfsburg 2, Real Madrid 0. Critics wrote articles overnight. Ronaldo is finished. He's slowing down. He can't deliver anymore. But those who know Cristiano know one truth. Never poke the lion. The Bernabeu is waiting. The stadium was shaking, not from noise, but from hope. They believed he would do something impossible. And then he did. 15th minute, bang, a perfect finish. Madrid needed 2 more. 17th minute, a thunderous header. The Bernabeu explodes. The air changes. Now, the impossible felt close enough to touch. The free kick that broke physics. The wall stands tall. The goalkeeper is ready. But Ronaldo, he isn't shooting a ball. He's releasing fury. The ball bends, dips, curves, everything at once. Goal. A hat-trick. A resurrection. This was the night Ronaldo became the king of comebacks. World Cup, billions watching, pressure crushing. And in front of Portugal stood giants, Spain, a team full of world champions. But Ronaldo stepped into the match with the confidence of a man who had lived his whole life for moments like these. The first goal, ice-cold nerve. A penalty, millions watching. He stares down De Gea, shoots, scores. The second, a strike of fury. From outside the box, a sudden shot. The ball hits with thunder. But Spain fights. They come back. They lead 3-2. And then, the world holds its breath. The free kick of all free kicks. 88th minute, Portugal losing. A free kick awarded. Ronaldo places the ball, hands on hips, deep breath. The stadium silences. Even the wind pauses. He runs, strikes.
and the ball bends into the top corner like it's following a divine path. A hat trick on the world's biggest stage. This was not a goal. It was art.
Turin is a fortress. Juventus is a beast. Their defense, a wall. But when Cristiano Ronaldo walks into your stadium, the laws of football change. Early goal, warning shot. He scores. Simple, clean, but the world has no idea what he's about to do. The moment time stopped. Carvajal crosses the ball. Ronaldo jumps, higher than any player should be able to jump, higher than logic, higher than science. His body horizontal, his eyes locked on the ball, his strike perfect. The stadium freezes. Then, applause. From Juventus fans, from the rivals he just destroyed. This wasn't football, it was poetry in motion. Champions League semifinal. The air thick with rivalry. Ronaldo lines up a free kick, 40 yards out. Everyone expects a cross, but Ronaldo sees a goal. He runs, hits it, and the ball becomes a missile. It screams through the air, bends, dips, flies past the keeper. Old Trafford erupts. Later, a counterattack so fast, Arsenal defenders looked stuck in slow motion. That night, Ronaldo wasn't a footballer. He was a weapon.
This match is not about goals. It's about heart. Early tackle, Ronaldo crying on the ground, in pain, broken, heart shattered. He leaves the pitch, but he does not leave the fight. On the sideline, he becomes a coach, a leader, a captain of spirit. He screams instructions. He pushes teammates. He becomes the heartbeat of the nation. When Portugal scores in extra time, he collapses, crying again, but this time from joy. The trophy lifts, tears fall, a dream fulfilled.
Atletico is famous for defense, but they couldn't defend against Cristiano's will. Header. Volley. Precise strike. A hat trick made of muscle, timing, and killer instinct. A masterclass. A message. This is my competition. This is my territory. This is the Champions League, and I am its king.
Critics said he was old, finished, past his prime. But greatness knows no age. 2 goals, leadership, energy, hunger. He didn't come to retire. He came to conquer. Ronaldo proved once again, legends do not fade. Legends evolve. From Madeira's rough streets, to Old Trafford's rise, to Madrid's glory, to Turin's applause, to Portugal's triumph, to Saudi Arabia's new chapter. Cristiano Ronaldo's story is not just about goals. It's about obsession, sacrifice, pain, discipline, belief. These matches aren't highlights. They are chapters of a saga. The saga of a boy who wanted to be the best and became more than that. Cristiano Ronaldo, the king of pressure, the master of moments, the legend of football, forever. From Madeira's rough streets, to Old Trafford's rise, to Madrid's glory, to Turin's applause, to Portugal's triumph, to Saudi Arabia's new chapter, Cristiano Ronaldo's story is not just about goals. It's about obsession, sacrifice, pain, discipline, belief. These matches aren't highlights. They are chapters of a saga, the saga of a boy who wanted to be the best and became more than that. Cristiano Ronaldo, the king of pressure, the master of moments, the legend of football, forever.
Because legends do not stop when the final whistle blows. They echo, they inspire, they continue shaping the world long after the stadium lights fade. Ronaldo's journey didn't pause at trophies. It didn't slow down with age. It only evolved. When most players think of retirement, Cristiano thinks of reinvention. Where others see decline, he sees a new mountain to climb, a new record to break, a new generation to inspire.
Behind the cameras, behind the celebrations, behind every roar of the crowd, there are battles no one sees. Early mornings where his body hurts, nights when fatigue whispers, "Stop." Moments where critics scream louder than fans. But Cristiano, he doesn't listen to doubt. He answers it. With work, with sweat, with silence, with results. When he moved to Saudi Arabia, many said, his career is over. He's running away. But Cristiano wasn't running. He was leading. He wasn't fading. He was expanding the game to millions of new hearts. He was becoming a bridge between continents, cultures, and dreams. Football players become famous, but Cristiano became something more. A symbol of discipline, a symbol of self-made greatness, a symbol that you can come from nothing and reach everything. Kids from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, they all tie their shoes, walk onto the pitch, and whisper to themselves, "Today, I play like Ronaldo." That is influence. That is legacy. That is immortality.
As years passed, Ronaldo didn't just grow as a player. He grew as a man, a father teaching his son how to strike a football, a leader guiding young teammates, a friend lifting spirits in the locker room, a warrior carrying his national team through storms. And through every chapter, he showed the world strength isn't only muscles. Greatness isn't only goals. Success isn't only trophies. Greatness is consistency. Success is responsibility. Legacy is impact.
What happens when the stadium becomes silent? When the adrenaline fades? When he's alone with his thoughts? Ronaldo reflects. He studies. He remembers where he came from. He remembers the sacrifices of his mother, the encouragement of his father, the lonely nights in Lisbon when he cried himself to sleep, the moments when he could have quit, but didn't. These memories don't weaken him. They sharpen him. Every goal he scores is built on 1,000 moments of pain. And that's what makes him different. Many players are talented. Few are obsessed. Cristiano Ronaldo is both.
For 2 decades, he lived under a microscope. Every touch analyzed, every shot critiqued, every expression discussed. He didn't crack under pressure. He became pressure. He embraced expectations so big they would crush most athletes. He set a standard that forced the entire world to evolve. Nutrition, training, recovery, mentality. He didn't just follow football's future, he created it.
When critics said he was done, he scored hat tricks. When they called him too old, he outran defenders half his age. When they mocked his league, he became the global face of it. Ronaldo taught the world a priceless lesson. Never let others dictate your worth. Never let opinions decide your destiny. Greatness continues if your heart does.
From the moment he steps onto the pitch, his attitude is unmistakable. Chin up, chest out, eyes sharp. A warrior who knows exactly who he is. Not arrogant, confident, not loud, focused. He doesn't need validation. He's earned it through blood, sweat, and shattered limits.
Today, at an age where most legends watch from the sidelines, Cristiano Ronaldo still trains like a teenager chasing a dream, still scores goals like a prime striker, still inspires like a king of the sport. His boots may one day come off, but his story never will. Because greatness isn't measured in years, it's measured in impact. And Cristiano's impact stretches across generations. The boy from Madeira became football's brightest star, and even now, he continues burning.
So when you hear his name, when you watch those goals, when you relive those matches, remember this. You're not just watching a player, you're witnessing a phenomenon. A phenomenon built not from luck, not from comfort, but from relentless ambition. Cristiano Ronaldo is not defined by age, club, or critics. He's defined by heart, by hunger, by an unshakable belief that he was born for greatness. And because of that, his story doesn't have an ending. It has a legacy written in sweat, in records, in impossible moments, in the dreams of millions. Cristiano Ronaldo, a legend not of a generation, but of time itself. Forever remembered, forever celebrated, forever unmatched. So when you hear his name, when you watch those goals, when you relive those matches, remember this. You're not just watching a player, you're witnessing a phenomenon built not from luck, not from comfort, but from relentless ambition. Cristiano Ronaldo is not defined by age, club, or critics. He's defined by heart, by hunger, by an unshakable belief that he was born for greatness. And because of that, his story doesn't have an ending. It has a legacy written in sweat, in records, in impossible moments, in the dreams of millions. Cristiano Ronaldo, a legend not of a generation, but of time itself. Forever remembered, forever celebrated, forever unmatched.
And yet, even after everything he has conquered, Cristiano Ronaldo still walks onto every pitch with the same fire he carried as a boy in Madeira. Because for him, football has never been a career. It has always been a calling. He doesn't chase applause. He chases perfection. He doesn't run for the cameras. He runs for the dream inside his chest. Every sprint, every jump, every goal is a conversation between him and the universe. A promise to never settle, a vow to never surrender. Greatness isn't built in comfort, it's built in storms. And Ronaldo has walked through countless storms: criticism, doubt, pressure, age, injury, loss. But each time life tried to break him, he didn't fall apart. He rebuilt himself stronger. Stronger in mind, stronger in body, stronger in purpose. That is why his greatness feels different, because it wasn't handed to him. He crafted it, carved it with sacrifice, protected it with obsession.
There are players who hope to win. There are players who try to win. But Cristiano Ronaldo, he expects to win. Not out of arrogance, but because he prepares for victory like no one else. Early mornings, late nights, endless recovery, unbreakable discipline. He doesn't believe in miracles. He believes in work. He believes in doing today what others postpone until tomorrow. He believes in pushing the human limit an inch further every single day. And that belief has turned dreams into records, records into history, history into legend.
Most careers have a rise and a fall, but Ronaldo's career has a rise, then another rise, and another. Each chapter different, each chapter iconic. Manchester United, the beginning of brilliance. Real Madrid, the era of domination. Juventus, the era of reinvention. Portugal, the era of leadership. Saudi Arabia, the era of expansion. And even now, his presence lifts stadiums. His aura changes matches. His name sells out seats across the world. Because people don't just come to watch him score. They come to feel something, to experience a moment they can tell their children about, to witness a living legend before the page of history finally turns. And when that day comes, when the boots are cleaned, the jersey is folded, the lights dim, Cristiano Ronaldo will not walk away as just a footballer. He will walk away as a symbol that poverty cannot stop talent, that doubt cannot stop ambition, that age cannot stop spirit, that limits are illusions. And generations from now, when kids lace their boots and look at the field, they will still think of him. Because legends don't retire. They live forever in stories, forever in memories, forever in the hearts they touched. Cristiano Ronaldo. Not just a star, not just a champion, but an idea that if you fight hard enough, believe deeply enough, and work relentlessly enough, you can turn your life into something the world will never forget.